Today, guys, we're going to be talking about more Zach Ertz information. And this isn't just a video solely based on Zach Ertz. It's mainly brought up because the Philadelphia Eagles have recently, I'm not sure whether it's been a day or two, depending on when he got signed to when this video is coming up. I'm not really sure how long it's been. It's been about a day or two, basically, since Richard Rodgers re-signs with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if you don't know who Richard Rodgers is, he played originally for the Green Bay Packers for a couple seasons. He's recently moved over to Philadelphia. I think for the past 3 years, he's been with Philadelphia. And now he's back again. And so this brings up the Zach Ertz conversation that we talked about maybe like 2 weeks ago or something like that, with the possibility of the Buffalo Bills trading for Zach Ertz. This brings back up that conversation because with Richard Rodgers being re-signed, they also have Dallas Goedert, who kind of came into his own last season and has been progressing every year that he's been in the league. He's kind of becoming their #1 target. Maybe this opens the door for more realistic Zach Ertz trade conversations. Now, I know that I said in that video about him going to Buffalo that it would be a perfect fit for Buffalo because they run a lot of sets where they have big-time wide receivers on the outside, they have tight ends in the middle, and they have their running back out there. Like, they have 3 or 4 wide receivers out, a tight end, and a running back. Zach Ertz fits in with that along with Dawson Knox. He fits in with that where they could run 2 tight end sets. They could have him cross the middle. They could have one deep, one in. It brings up a lot of different interesting playbook combinations and play combinations for the Buffalo Bills. So it's actually kind of a low-key big move for Philadelphia to bring back Richard Rodgers, because then it kind of seals, at least in my opinion, seals the deal for Zach Ertz being traded. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to be for, but it's almost certainly going to happen in this offseason that Zach Ertz will get traded. Now, I don't know if it's going to be to Buffalo or if it's going to be to some other team that maybe has a better package that they want to offer to Philadelphia. I don't know, but this Richard Rodgers signing is kind of a big deal in the Philadelphia sports world. Now, Richard Rodgers is a decent tight end. He caught some passes for Aaron Rodgers for a few seasons. He caught some passes from Carson Wentz when he was early in his Philadelphia time, and now he's going to be catching passes from Jalen Hurts. Now, this isn't a Jalen Hurts conversation because we could get into that in a whole nother video of how I feel about if Jalen Hurts is going to be a star, if he's going to be just a solid player, if he's going to be a bust. That we don't have to get into that right now. This is just about Richard Rodgers and Zach Ertz. Now, the whole Zach Ertz conversation really lost a lot of steam after those rumors came out that Buffalo was kind of interested in him and kind of looking around, see if they were going to get some offers, and it kind of just like tapered off and died down a little bit. But now it could start to pick back up because Dallas Goedert's there. He seems to be their #1. Richard Rodgers now comes back in. He seems to be their #2. And then they just figure out the third. I guess they don't really even need a third, but they could run some 2 tight end sets. Richard Rodgers is a pretty decent blocker. He's also a nice deep threat, red zone threat. So is Dallas Goedert. He's also a okay blocker, pretty good blocker. So I think they'll be fine with those tight ends. And then depending on what they get for Zach Ertz, I don't think he'd go for a first, maybe like a second and like a fourth next year, a second this next draft, and then a fourth from the next year after that. Maybe a little bit more. That's what I would trade for him. I wouldn't think that Zach Ertz in his advanced age, he's not super old. He's probably, I think he's like 29, 30, maybe 31, in that late 20s, early 30s age range. So he could still get some decent value, and he hasn't had the worst seasons. He's been a little bit banged up, a little bit injured in his previous couple seasons, but he's still pretty productive for a tight end of his caliber. He used to be one of the top 3 tight ends in the league for a few seasons there. Everybody wanted Zach Ertz, but now he's kind of just fell off a little bit. He's probably still a top 10 wide receiver or top 10 tight end in the league, but he's had some injury history. He's not really been as productive as usual or as he's been previously, so maybe it's time for Philadelphia to move on from him. Who really knows? I don't think this Richard Rodgers deal is like the change, the replacement to Zach Ertz. Dallas Goedert probably fits that more than Rodgers does. But you can't really replace a guy like Zach Ertz with the talent and the production that he's had over the past couple of seasons when he was in his prime, and he probably still is kind of technically in his prime, but when he was like really on the ball, you can't really replace that with a guy like Dallas Goedert because he really hasn't proven that he can do that consistently. So who knows what's going to happen. I think this Richard Rodgers deal, bringing him back to Philadelphia is a low-key big move, because then it obviously, like I said, it moves the Zach Ertz conversations into the forefront. Now, who knows how long it's going to take? I don't know. Only Philadelphia knows how long it's going to take for him to get moved out. If he even gets moved out. We may be talking about this at the start of the season, and Zach Ertz is still in Philadelphia. I don't know. It just depends on what kind of offers are made to Philadelphia and if they like any of those offers. So it's all up to them. The ball is in their court. They have all the time in the world, and they don't have to do anything if they don't want to. So that's what I think about this. Let me know down below what you guys think about this signing, if you even knew it happened. I didn't really even know it happened. It was kind of a low-key, low-on-the-radar kind of signing, or re-signing, I guess. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about it. If you think this is a W, if you think this is an L, if you agree with me that the Zach Ertz trade is now imminent whenever it comes, if you think he's going to go to Buffalo, if you think he's going to go to some different team, let me know. Smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.